changes. When atomic fire consumed the Earth, those who survived did so in great underground vaults. When they opened, their inhabitants set out across the ruins of the old world to build new societies, establishing villages, forming tribes. As decades passed, what had been the American Southwest united beneath the flag of the new California Republic, dedicated to old world values of democracy and the rule of law. As the Republic grew, so did its needs. Scouts spread east, seeking territory and wealth in the dry and merciless expanse of the Mojave Desert. They returned with tales of a city untouched by the warheads that had scorched the rest of the world, and a great wall spanning the Colorado River. The NCR mobilized its army and sent it east to occupy Hoover Dam and restore it to working condition. But across the Colorado, another society had arisen under a different flag. A vast army of slaves forged from the conquest of 86 tribes, Caesar's Legion. 4 years have passed since the Republic held the dam, just barely, against the Legion's onslaught. The Legion did not retreat. Across the river, it gathers strength. Campfires burn, training drums beat. Through it all, the New Vegas Strip has stayed open for business, under the control of its mysterious overseer, Mr. House, and his army of rehabilitated tribals and police robots. You are a courier, hired by the Mojave Express to deliver a package to the New Vegas Strip. What seemed like a simple delivery job has taken a turn for the worse.
You got what you were after, so pay up.
You're crying in the rain, Pally.
Guess who's waking up over here?
Time to cash out.
Will you get it over with?
Maybe cons kill people without looking them in the face. But I ain't a fink. Dig? You've made your last delivery, kid. Sorry you got twisted up in this scene. From where you're kneeling must seem like an 18-carat run of bad luck. Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
You're awake. How about that? Whoa, easy there, easy. You've been out cold a couple of days now. Why don't you just relax a second? Get your bearings. Let's see what the damage is. How about your name? Can you tell me your name? I can't say it's what I'd have picked for you, but if that's your name, that's your name. I'm Doc Mitchell. Welcome to Goodsprings. Now, I hope you don't mind, but I had to go rooting around there in your noggin to pull all the bits of lead out. I take pride in my needlework, but you'd better tell me if I left anything out of place. How'd I do? had most of it right anyway. Stuff that mattered. Okay, no sense keeping you in bed anymore. Let's see if we can get you on your feet. Good. Why don't you walk down to the end of the room, over by that vigor tester machine there. Take it slow now. It ain't a race. Looking good so far. Go ahead and give the vigor tester a try. We'll learn right quick if you get back all your faculties. Yeah, that's a pretty standard score there, but after what you've been through, I'd say that's great news. Well, we know your vitals are good, but that don't mean them bullets didn't leave you nuttered and a bighorn are dropping. What do you say you take a seat in my couch and we go through a couple of questions? See if your dogs are still barking. All right. I'm gonna say a dog. Night. Enemy. Light. Mother. Okay. Now, I got a few statements. I want you to tell me how much they sound like something you'd say. First one, conflict just ain't in my nature. I ain't given to relying on others for support. I'm always... I charge in to deal with... Almost done here. What do you say? Okay. Well, that's all she wrote. I don't have nothing to compare it to, so maybe you'd better just have a look at the Before I turn you loose, I need one more thing from you. I got a form for you to fill out so I can get a sense of your medical history. Just a formality. Ain't like I expect to find you got a family history of getting shot in the head. All right, I guess that about does it. Come with me, I'll see you out. Here, these are yours. Was all you had on? I hope you don't mind, but I gave the note a look. I thought it might help me find an... Well, if you're heading back out there, you ought to have this. They call it a Pip-Boy. I grew up in one of them vaults they made before the war. Ain't much use to me now, but you might want such a thing after what you've been through. And put this on, too, so the locals don't pick on you for lacking modesty. Anyway, you ever get hurt out there, but try not to get killed anymore.
Hey there. That Doc Mitchell sure knows his stuff, doesn't he? Hey there.
Cheyenne, stay. Yeah, I guess there's a thing or two I could show you. Meet me up.
Howdy.
Now, everything all right? Well, let's just finish this first, all right? Everything all right? That's the right idea. Look down the sight. Try crouching down and staying still. Nice shot. Well, that's a start. But I don't reckon you came... Tell you what. I gotta go chase geckos. Follow me. Hear that up on the ridge behind me there? Bunch of little monsters is what they are. Okay, you're on. Go give them hell. See? You're getting there. There's 2 more wells that still need clearing. You want? Shouldn't take more than a couple minutes, especially with 2 of us. Come with me. Ah, hell's bells. There's not a day passes by I don't... Some people, well, it's a part of life. But you did what you promised. One more thing I wanted... Thought I might teach you about living off the land and making... All right, then. We'll need a couple ingredients to get started. Let me think now. I know I've seen Brock flowers growing up at the graveyard. And bring those on back to me. Let me see what you got. All right, now. We're gonna be... Go on over to that... Hey, that's not bad, see? All it takes to make... Sometimes it won't be a campfire you need. Might need to do some work on your guns. Important thing to get is it's all the same idea. You just... Well, I'm heading... Hey, do me a favor. Trudy, she's the bartender up at the Prospector. She'd be cross with me if I didn't...
Howdy. What can easy people... Was a prospector until I decided to settle here. Don't get me wrong. The NCR's got a lot of decent... Towns like Goodsprings and Primm don't stay independent for long. Not if you've got something... The one in the fancy suit seemed to be calling the shots. That's as much as I know. Other folks in town might know more. Word of advice, though, if you ever catch up with him, watch out. Keep your gun handy if you go poking around some of the abandoned places around.
I'm done being nice. If you don't hand Ringo over soon, I'm going to get my friends and we're burning this town to the ground. Got it?
We'll keep that in mind. Now, if you're not gonna buy...
What do you want? He's some traitor who decided he'd rather shoot than pay the toll for being in our territory. He's hiding some... Would serve these idiots right if me and my guys shot the place up. It is now. Me and the rest of the guys busted out of the NCR prison east of here and took over. None of your damn business.
Hello.
Fuck this! Fuck this! Fuck this! Come on!
He...
I hope you didn't just bring a heap of trouble down in Good Springs by killing Joe Cobb like that. His friends might come looking for him, and I don't think they're gonna care who was involved in his death or not. Well, what's done? Looks like our little town got itself dragged into the middle of something we don't want it. About a week ago, this traitor, Ringo, comes into town. Survivor of an attack, he says. Bad men after him. We figured he was just in shock, so we gave him a place to lie. He's holed up at the... Some of the others, like Sonny, will probably stand up for Ringo if he asks. Personally, I hope he sneaks out of town one night and takes the powder. Chain gangs, really. The NCR brought them in from California to work on the rail lines. Problem is, it turns out that giving convicts a bunch of dynamite and blasting powder isn't the best idea. It was the biggest... Not much, other than there were a bunch of freeloaders who expected a few rounds on the house. I was able... Of course, one of the great cons did knock my radio to the floor, by accident, and it hasn't been working. They were having some kind of argument about it, but the guy in the checkered coat kept shushing them. Sounded like they came in from the north through Quarry Junction. If that's the case, I can't say I blame them for not wanting... That whole area is overrun with the kind of critters that just get mad if you Merchants avoid that whole stretch of I-15 like it's radioactive, which it... I didn't hear exactly, but the leader was... Fellow wants to get there and avoid the 15... Sure, the outside looks okay, but there'd be caps in it for you. I do like to hear what's going on in the world. And that Mr. New Vegas... There's always something interesting going on. I'm... Give me a shout if you need anything else. I'm pretty sure the NCR wants to hold on to the dam because it's one of the few places around the Legion are a bunch of savages, though. No,
That's close enough. Sorry about the gun. We got off to a bad thanks, I guess. Cobb wasn't the problem. Cobb's friends are the bigger problem. And when he doesn't get back, they'll be... My caravan was on the return trip from California and heading back to the company branch in New Vegas when we got... Not even a drop your weapons and hands up before the bullets started flying. I took a few of the bandits down before I ran. It's a two-player game, and it's why you won't... Here, take this... So... All right. I've never stopped here until recently. I'm gonna lay low for as long as I can, assuming the town... We just end up sharing the same grave if it's just the two of us. Start with sunny smiles.
Howdy. If you're looking for supplies, Chet over at the general store can help you out. You must be the one Doc Mitchell was patching up. The way I heard it, I've got plenty of supplies for sale. Even if you're hurting for caps, I've also got boxes of surplus ammo in the miscellaneous section. Weapon mods are things like... Special ammo includes things like armor-piercing bullets, which don't hurt the target as much, but let you... There's also hollow point bullets, which have the opposite effect. You can kill unarmored targets easier. It's all about quantity over quality. Trouble is, you'll be cleaning and fixing your gun a lot more than usual when you use... If Ringo doesn't head out on his own, I think we should hand him over. Don't mistake that for coward talk, though. We're a town of survivors. We'll fight tooth and nail. The leader was a New Vegas type. Typical city boy. The great Khans normally stay in their own territory way up northwest, on account of them being... Give me a shout if you need anything else. Take...
Hello.
Howdy. I don't think Joe Cobb knew what hit him. I'm hoping you took him down for a good reason and not for fun. Say no more. Even though Joe Cobb's dead, his friends... However, between you, me, and Ringo, we aren't exactly a force to be reckoned with. A lot of people around here look up to Trudy. If you could convince Trudy to join us, I know Easy Pete's got a stock of dynamite somewhere. Finally, a silver tongue would help. I don't think give is in Chet's vocabulary. Even with a... Easy Pete's pretty protective of his dynamite. You'd have to...
So you're planning on taking on Joe Cobb's gang. It's a big risk, but... Be...
Welcome back. Seems like wherever I go, I'm not much good in a fight with my bum.
Howdy. Too dangerous. Wanna kill all yourselves if I let... Too dangerous. Sorry.
So what's going on? Did Sonny... Well, I guess that means we're...
Time to look alive. The powder gang... I'll be set up near the store. Let's...
I owe you a huge favor for this. Here, these are technically Crimson Caravan funds, but... I'll stick around.
Hey there. That'll teach the powder gangs. Sure can. Take the road southeast out of town till it hits the freeway. Primm is the town with the roller coaster, straight. NCR patrols do a good job of keeping the highway clear, but I'd keep your gun where you can reach it easily. You never know. Off the road, you'll probably start running into hostile wildlife. My advice would be to stick to the highway when you can. Until next.
Hey,
I'm glad that business is over.